Boo, go away. Nobody's a fan of this cat. I'd like to thank everybody. I took the day off yesterday, so I didn't cover Chantal because my son actually was graduating from junior high school on his way to high school. And let me tell you, he's not having a summer because today he immediately went into football practice. I mean, it doesn't help that his dad is the coach. Yeah, and my 14-year-old is coming out like a giant, just like his brother. He's 14. He's probably about 6'5" and wears a size 14 shoe. So yeah, watch out. I breed warriors over here. So let's go.
Well, hello guys. Welcome back to another video. Today's dinner I made myself. I have some barbecue chicken with onions, some rice with vermicelli, and some fried eggplant and hot peppers.
That's not barbecue chicken. I don't know what that is. That looks like not barbecue.
Yogurt, some hot sauce, and a diet peach iced tea, or zero sugar peach iced tea, whatever. Bismillah.
Bismarcky.
Oops, would help to open it. Wouldn't it?
If she has to load that much hot sauce on her food, that means her food tastes like caca and has no flavor.
This hot sauce is like my ketchup. Now, I know people were complaining about how big my spoon was, so I found a smaller spoon.
Nice troll.
But also, I don't like the metal sounds.
So,
all right, I'm going to try this eggplant. I fried this myself.
I bet you she didn't even soak that eggplant.
And let's see with the rice what it tastes like. Yeah. I put a little bit of salt and cumin on it.
Oh man. You know what? Are we going to have another choking incident like Amberlynn Reed on the potato? I think so, with the size of the nuggets or carcass meat. I don't even know what to call that crap on the plate, on the platter. Poo-poo on the platter. Poo-poo platter. Thanks, Johnny Knoxville.
Come on. Eat a bite.
Oh man, the way she... She had to shove that down.
Oh my gosh. That's so good. So I want to tell you a story. Sorry if you hear hallway noises, but...
Are you sure those are not Salah's children?
Time right now here. It's evening, the sun's out, people are coming out like, yeah, no more heat.
And where are you?
Anyway, so...
Everyone's going out, and what are you doing? You're hotboxing with crap food by yourself in front of a camera. Oh.
I told this story a long time ago, but like, I know you're thinking, all your stories are from childhood. Well, for the past 7 years, I lived my life on camera, so you have to remember...
excuse me.
A lot of story times were live.
It's okay. The past 7 years, you've lived your life on camera? No, you haven't. You don't leave the house. So how's that living your life? And I've had a YouTube channel for over 10 different YouTube channels under different things, let's just say, for over 10 years. And I still have a life outside of YouTube. So that's not an excuse. You're just a boring individual that has no life. Don't get it twisted.
But, I did tell a lot of stories about my teenage years, early adulthood. A lot of them I can't tell.
You've told everything, I think, probably. And part of Degrassi and Gilmore Girls.
It was more innocent, okay?
That's so disgusting how she does that.
So, I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I wanted to ask her, details. So a bit of the details might be a bit different.
Why? Because you're lying.
So, chicken breast.
Oh my goodness. What the?
So when I was growing up, I remember we moved to this.
Welfare girl, remember.
I was a kid. I don't remember exactly how old, but maybe 8, something like that. We moved to this really brand new, nice apartment.
But how? Wait a minute. Shouldn't you be in the projects? I don't know what the equivalent to that would be in Canada. I don't know if they call it the projects there or government housing, whatever. But if you were welfare girl, how are you living in a nice apartment, Chantal? That doesn't make sense. Let me include these noises. You're welcome.
The food is fire. Those kids playing in the hall. Anyway.
Don't use that again. This food is fire. How old are you, Chantal? You're 40 years old. If I used that type of language in front of my kids, they would probably smack me in the face.
So, what happened was...
Oh my goodness. Who's rooting for the chicken to kind of cause a problem?
We moved in. I sometimes still even drive by it, like when I go to Cornwall.
What, you're stalking your old apartment, Chantal? Nice.
My hometown. It's an older building now, and there's newer ones built around it. I remember one night, my mother and I were alone. My stepdad was working.
And I believe her stepdad is he a long haul truck driver or just like a local truck driver? I don't know. I remember seeing somewhere that he is a truck driver. I think Chantal had said it, and that's why her mom was able to have the affair with the neighbor, because the dad, I'm assuming from what I remember or remembering, I don't know, that he's a long haul truck driver, so he's not in the house a lot of the time. So yeah, that's why the dad's not home. And this is from Chantal's old mouth.
And I didn't want to go to sleep. I was having trouble going to sleep. I was always like that. Just 10 more minutes, just 10 more minutes.
Why, were you hungry?
Never wanted to go to bed. I like staying up late. So my mom
shoved food in your mouth.
Put on a movie.
You know what my mom would have did? She would have cussed me out, maybe spanked me, turned the lights off, yelled at me. I'm not even going to say what she would have said. Go to bed. Or my grandmother, even worse. And this is like, I'm talking about like old school grandma, get the leather belt out and probably beat you into going to sleep. That's how I was raised. Old school.
One of my favorites, Sleeping Beauty, like the original Disney one, to try to get me to be sleepy.
That wouldn't happen in my household. I cannot.
And the story
just the fact that she's sitting there eating with a mixing spoon, trying to troll and like, oh, I'm gonna get you guys, for complaining about the spoon. It just shows how insane she truly is. Like, she thinks she's like one-uppiness with the mixing spoon. No, you look like a complete insane person, Chantal.
Creeps me out to this day when I think about it.
I hate the way she digs in the food. Are you digging for treasure?
All of a sudden, we hear a knock at the door.
It's a guy's wife showing up for your mom to beat her ass.
And as soon as the knock happened, I could tell my mother was afraid.
Because it's somebody's wife.
She was like, what? Who's knocking at her door at this hour? So she was like, "Who is it?" You know, and
It's her boyfriend, Chantal.
there was
That's
no
who it
answer.
is.
And the knocking
It's
continued,
either the boyfriend or the wife.
and there was no answer.
I mean, isn't this an amazing story? I'm sure nobody ever had this experience as a child, being alone with their mother, that somebody shows up to the door and knocks on it. This is shocking. This is amazing. This is groundbreaking. I just can't believe it.
And we were both like, "What the heck," you know?
Stop digging in there. What are you looking for?
And my mom must have been really afraid. Like, we had a keyhole, like we could see through like a key, like an eye hole, and see up into the, not a keyhole, but you know, those things you look in to see who's in the hall. It's like she was too afraid to approach the door or something. But
She
finally
knew
she
who
did.
it was. That's why.
And she looked out and
It
she was
was
like,
the
"Oh."
wife.
Like, I saw some relief on her. I mean, I was like super curious. Who is it? The barbecue with the onions.
Disgusting. A lot of jump cuts in this video.
So
You know, I'm surprised at all the jump cuts, Chantal. Congratulations for actually doing editing in your own video. I'm surprised.
she opens the door, and I'm like, "Oh, must be someone she knows." And it was this nice man, like a neighbor,
Oh, the neighbor.
very calm guy. And I remember him like in a calm voice saying, "I'm just knocking to see if you guys are okay and
Sure.
let you know that there's this man that was walking, that was like pacing out front of your door."
Another
Your
man. Man. Oh, so your mom really gets around, Chantal. That's what I'm assuming from what you're telling.
And it looked weird and suspicious.
So I guess the stories about your mom being the town tramp are true, I guess. This is what you've
My
said,
mom was like,
Chantal.
"What?" You know, she was like, obviously startled and afraid by that. And she was like, my husband's gonna be home soon.
It's Salah playing with his child in the next room. That's what that sounds like. That's in the next room. That's not in the hallway.
I imagine she was saying that out loud to deter, like, in case the guy was still in the building somewhere, now that I think about it.
What movie
But,
did you
like,
steal this story from? If it's not a movie, it's the other man that your mom was sleeping with. That's who that was.
am I gonna eat this?
Are you in a hurry? Hurry up, Chantal. Eat that. Why are you in a hurry? Is somebody coming?
Anyway. My stepdad did come home. Not long after. My mom was like freaked out. But it never happened again.
Why? Because your mom put the kibosh on that and told her boyfriend never to come to the house? Let's meet in our secret
makes me
meeting
wonder, like,
place.
was the neighbor like the culprit the whole time? Like, was he like just making up some story to talk to my mom?
I don't know, but was that the neighbor that you talked about your mom cheating with? So maybe that's the guy, Chantal, that you talked about?
I don't know, because after she said, like, my husband, he kind of didn't really talk to her anymore after that.
Sure.
It was weird. But that's what happened.
What an amazing
Or what we
story.
remember.
What a horrible, horrific story of her childhood, of a man, the neighbor in her apartment building, coming up to the door. And that's just groundbreaking, I'm telling you. It's just, I cannot believe this happened.
Oh,
Did you eat a tooth?
I bit my lip ring scar. I used to have a lip ring long ago. Here, like a hoop. And there's a scar inside my mouth.
Did somebody rip that ring out? I bet. Jeez. What a gordita this one is. My goodness.
And sometimes I accidentally bite it.
Accidentally? Are you sure?
Anyways, guys. I'm so full. That was so good, the fried eggplant. I mean, fried, like, I just put a little bit of, like, oil in a pan and just, like, fry one side, flip it when it's brown on the one side. Then I put a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of cumin, and it's, like, really good. Really good. So I'm going to do that with the rest of the eggplant and eat it every day. I could eat just the eggplant and rice, like, no problem, with, like, some onion.
And you know what happens? Because I'm guaranteeing that she didn't prepare that eggplant right. You need to show us, Chantal, how you prepared that eggplant, because it absorbs like mushrooms do. You literally ate eggplant soaked with oil. So I'm sure that was really healthy for your diabetes. But you don't care about your diabetes anymore.
And I don't know. But it's delicious. And eggplant is really good for you. I don't know about the fried part, but I'm not down to eating steamed eggplant. No, you have to fry it, or it's like okra. It tastes better fried to me.
Everything
Anyway,
tastes good
at
fried
least
for
not
you.
getting wasted. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Just wanted to share my dinner with you guys and that story. It's a creepy story that happened to us as a kid. Because I get people ask me sometimes, like, did anything creepy happen to you? I did tell a couple stories, but this one is one that, like, really creeps me out. I don't know. I was really scared because, who knows? Like, we were alone and my mom was scared. It was night, But, yeah. I like that apartment. I miss it because my bedroom had... The windows had, like, a reading nook. Like, they were the big windows where they have, like, a seating area you can sit. So I used to read my Babysitter's Club and Sweet Valley High books on that.
Okay, if there's anybody, because I wasn't into those books. Like, I know a lot of girls were back in the day. You know what? I bet you some of her stories are from those books. If anybody out there has read those books, comment in the section if you remember. Comment in my down in the comment section. Sorry. I think the Coast Guard is flying over. If you hear it, because where I live, by the coast, if somebody gets injured on the cliffs over here, or if somebody gets injured on Catalina Island, you'll hear the Coast Guard helicopter fly over, because they usually take them to Torrance Memorial Hospital here, because they have a chamber for divers, because there's big kelp beds off the coast here, and sometimes divers get the bends, so they send them to Torrance, or if they're really horribly injured, they send them to Harbor UCLA Medical Center in Carson, I believe that's where it's at. But yeah, but anyways, I digress. I forgot even what I was talking about.
And I also remember my room smelled like coconuts. I got a gift.
If anybody read those Babysitter Club books, please in the comment section say if you did, and if any of the stories are familiar what Chantal talks about, because a majority of her stories she's getting from Degrassi. Everybody knows that because people have pointed out the specific episodes of the show that she copies her stories from. I guarantee, I bet you some of those stories are in the Babysitters Club.
A souvenir gift. I don't know, remember where it was from. I think I don't know. No, it wasn't from Florida. My step-grandmother, I think, bought it for me. It was a polar bear, and it smelled like coconut, and it was a soap. And I had it on my dresser, and it smelled up my entire room. That was a nice place, a nice apartment. Yeah, memories, memories. Anyway, that was really yummy. I love making the rice with the vermicelli. It's like a rice-a-roni. Do you guys remember the box of rice-a-roni? You don't have to buy the box of rice. There's nothing wrong with buying it, but if you want to just make it homemade, it's so easy. You just buy like little vermicelli noodles. You cook them in some butter or olive oil, whatever you want. I cook them in butter.
Of course you do.
Like just a couple tablespoons until they're brown. They're going to get brown. You just put the noodles in like that. And then when they're brown,
why are you explaining this crap? Why don't you're a cooking or whatever crap channel you are. Why don't you show a video? Post up, Chantal. Post up. Cooking.
The rice and the water and all that stuff and the chicken stock and whatever else. And it makes vermicelli like a rice-a-roni. Chicken flavor. It's really yummy and very easy. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for having dinner with me. I hope it made you hungry. I hope you had something good to eat. And I'll see you next one. Bye.
Well, that was horrible. Yeah, I don't, and it's weird. I find it odd that she has no like stories from her 20s. Like, because usually that's like a prolific time period in somebody's life. Here goes another helicopter. Oh, must be something bad on somewhere, Cliffs or Catalina. Usually people have stories like from their 20s, going to the club, dating guys, dating girls. That's like your adventure time of your life. I just find it bizarre that like her time period of stories for her life is like from 6 years old, from that infamous bag of chips on the floor moment, and then till she's maybe 18, 19 years old. That's basically the time span of every single story that she talks about. It's weird. It's bizarre. I don't know. But anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.